Former Mossad agents, law firms paid to stifle newspapers while also representing them. Something called Black Cube. Ronan Farrow's latest bombshell Harvey Weinstein report, detailing the intricate, and often shady, network of investigators employed by the former film mogul, reads like a novel you'd put down because it simply strained credulity. Chris Gardner writes, when Ronan Farrow appeared on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert on Friday night, the investigative journalist promised that a new Harvey Weinstein piece was coming, one that would explore this machine that was so instrumental in keeping this quiet as long as it was quiet. I think there is much more to be said about just how far that went. On Monday, The New Yorker published a new explosive investigation on its website titled Harvey Weinstein's Army of Spies. It's a 5,300-word, intricately woven report with details examining just what Farrow teased. It is known that Weinstein has for years leaned on an aggressive team of lawyers, confidentiality agreements, financial settlements and bullying tactics in attempts to keep women from coming forward. But what has not been made public until Monday, through this story, is that he also employed two intelligence companies, Kroll and Black Cube, the latter of which promotes itself as a select group of veterans from the Israeli elite intelligence units, including former officers of Mossad and other Israeli intelligence agencies. According to Farrow's story, Weinstein began engaging the firms in the fall of 2016, showing how long the now-disgraced mogul had been working to silence or scare his accusers and the journalists investigating the long whispered about claims. Full story. Rose McGowan figures prominently in Farrow's story, and the actress-turned-activist goes on the record to describe her troubling interactions with operatives from Black Cube, who use false identities to secure information from her, including details and/or pages from her forthcoming memoir. Farrow reports that one of those investigators masqueraded as a women's rights advocate and secretly recorded her conversations with McGowan, a mutual friend. Another major element revealed in the story is the role lawyer David Boies is said to have played in all this. Boies and his law firm Boies, Schiller and Flexner were representing the New York Times at the same time as he was helping Weinstein's private investigators spy on and discredit accusers and journalists. The Times issued a statement to CNN on the matter. We learned today that the law firm of Boies, Schiller and Flexner secretly worked to stop our reporting on Harvey Weinstein at the same time as the firm's lawyers were representing us in other matters. We consider this intolerable conduct, a grave betrayal of trust, and a breach of the basic professional standards that all lawyers are required to observe. It is inexcusable, and we will be pursuing appropriate remedies. The National Enquirer is also involved in Farrow's story. The chief content officer from the company that publishes the tabloid is said to have shared with Weinstein material obtained by one of its reporters, as part of an effort to help Weinstein disprove McGowan's allegations of rape. Farrow writes, Anthony Bourdain is not happy about any of this. The CNN star, whose partner is Italian actress Asia Argento, one of the women who alleged Weinstein raped her, said Weinstein's enablers were beneath whale shit. In other news, the Television Academy voted to expel Harvey Weinstein for life. Kevin Spacey's All the Money in the World has been pulled from AFI Fest, though the movie is still set to hit theaters December 22. Grey's Anatomy star Ellen Pompeo says James Toback asked her to get naked in a movie. She says she laughed in his face in response. Jane Seymour says she briefly quit acting after she was sexually harassed by the most powerful man in Hollywood, whom she left unnamed. Students at the USC School for Cinematic Arts are petitioning to have Bryan Singer's name removed from the Division of Cinema Media Studies. Elsewhere in film, Carrot Wire Disney deal with 21st Century Fox makes sense now. Fox executives have signaled many times that scale for scale's sake, as CEO James Murdoch put it last year, isn't something they're interested in. Right, Paul Bond and Georg Salai. Disney has been considering a purchase of the Fox film and TV studios and other 21st Century Fox assets, which would leave the Rupert Murdoch-controlled conglomerate focused on its news and sports TV operations, including the Fox News, Fox Business Network and Fox Sports 1 cable channels, as well as the Fox Broadcast Network and TV stations it owns. For Disney, the benefits are obvious as it readies its subscription service that is meant to rival Netflix. For now, it will contain Pixar and Disney-branded TV shows and movies as well as Star Wars and Marvel content. Disney owns Marvel, but Fox has rights to some of the characters, like X-Men, and the Twitterverse is already lighting up at the possibility of reuniting the superheroes. The benefits are a bit less obvious for 21st Century Fox, as Murdoch isn't known for scaling back his media ambitions. but focusing on sports and news, plus retaining the Fox broadcast network while not having to compete as much with a growing stable of content creators, could appeal to him, especially as his empire could still expand overseas. Plus, he also controls News Corp, parent of the Wall Street Journal and other publications, and re-merging a scaled-back 21st Century Fox with News Corp could be an option, as well. Full story. Colin Michael Wolff on the Murdoch's sudden sale talks. Beyond the urge for scale may be the fate of their bid for Sky Television, the arrest of a Saudi investor and the more immediate need for Rupert & Sons to raise cash to possibly take their company private, writes Wolff. Read more. Regardless of motive, Netflix shares slid after news of the potential deal broke. In other Disney news, a number of journalists are boycotting Disney movie coverage after the company barred the Los Angeles Times from advanced screenings. Disney made the move after the newspaper published a series of stories examining the company's business relationship with the city of Anaheim. Now the AV Club, Flavor Wire and Washington Post writer Alyssa Rosenberg are pledging solidarity with the LA Times. And now a host of critics groups, including the LA Film Critics Association, NY Film Critics Circle, Boston Society of Film Critics, and National Society of Film Critics, are disqualifying all Disney films from consideration of their respective year-end awards until the LA Times blackout is rescinded. Paramount shake-up, Megan Colligan out. The exec is stepping down as president of worldwide marketing and distribution at Paramount Pictures, effective immediately, following a dismal run at the box office. Her exit comes as newly installed Paramount chairman CEO Jim Giannopoulos tries to forge a new future for the struggling studio. However, Colligan's attorney says she was pushed out because of gender discrimination, and that she is considering legal action. She intends to pursue all her remedies, says the attorney. I think it is a systemic problem within Paramount. AMC reports Q3 loss but beats expectations. The cinema giant swung to a loss in the third quarter due to weakness in its summer box office, yet still surpassed analyst predictions. CEO Adam Aron also told analysts that AMC was eyeing a foray into virtual reality exhibition, as well as considering moving ahead on plans to create a premium VOD window for movies in the event that studios and exhibitors agree on terms that would allow home viewing of popular film titles. Cast crew Russell Crowe, Nicholas Hoult are set to star in True History of the Kelly Gang, a gothic western from director Justin Kurzel. Assassin's Creed, Macbeth. The Notebook director Nick Cassavetes is returning to romance with Have You Seen Her, an international romance HES co-writing, and is set to direct. David Castaneda is joining the Billy Crystal comedy We Are Unsatisfied, which co-stars Ben Schwartz. George Lucas bemoans the challenges of launching a museum. I have discovered in trying to build a museum, the filmmaker said at LACMA's 7th annual Art Film Gala, that a lot of people don't like museums. Lucas was honored by Kerry Washington at the event, which raised $4.4 million and hosted Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt and Kim Kardashian.